morning. Good morning. Remember to turn the mic on. It does help. Hey, Zoe. Dog wants to say hi. Dog, I'm dog sitting, not my dog. My dog likes to be antisocial until she wants something. And I'm actually excited. I have a vacation for the first time in my life. And you know what I'm going to do with it? Because my girlfriend's working the whole time. Anyway. Beat Final Fantasy. I have 10 days. I think if I stick to the story, I can do this in 10 days. Because I have been inconsistent, because work's been whatever. So, I think I can do it. Alright, we're gonna go right into the story here. There's one thing that's been bothering me. I think for it somehow my helm lost its coloring. It looks solid green. I believe there's a way to check that. If I go here, die. Yes. And I went desert yellow. Nope, not that one. Be die too. I'm gonna take it off. Honey yellow or desert yellow? I think I went desert yellow. Okay. Can't see my helm. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Oh, and I have it. There we go. I don't know how that changed so it wasn't on there anymore. Looks good. Alright. Back to speak with Lord Vanu Vanu. I like these guys, they're great people. You can very much kind of predict in this game when you encounter a native species, you're going to befriend them. Like with the beast tribes, these guys. My inventory is a catastrophe. Might as well. This is a mechanic they can do away with. The only time I've seen it implemented well in an MMO is Classic WoW, because you die so much, it actually is a consideration. Here, it's like, you barely die, first of all. Second of all, it costs no money, and the speed of degradation is very, very low. How do we get over there? So in reality, I don't think there's a point of it being in the game. Vanu Vanu. Netherlings take knowledge of the white and speak with Kunu Valley, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not to present itself with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, Netherlings must greet Kunu Valley with a bow. Okay. I can do that. I'm respectable towards other cultures. sir. Zephyr winds at your back and sunshine to warm your bow, traveler from below. Kunu Valley, keeper of tales, hears your words and she remembers. Times long ago, lands elsewhere before even the cloud sea, the white is one among many, newborn, and swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated the white is, for his brothers are pure as black, so great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again, for merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and here he is reborn. The white still longs for the sea to which he cannot return. In rebirth, a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw, from whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content, he gazes below, and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles of earth and guides these people to the cloud sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot, but this demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vundu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gifts to us, yet now he must consume them. Kunu Valley knows no tales like this. So we still have an unknown entity that we're fighting against. So according to the Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes? Technically one of his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what of you, Alphino? Did you learn aught of value? Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the intricacies of the Vanu sky fishing. Sky fishing? My gods, that's it. Alphino, my boy, I could kiss you. So confused. What we have observed, Bismarck was a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger, deluded by the Imperials that fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island to the Sea of Clouds, in essence, fishing for a flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hive and reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. Bold plan, Master Garland, an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Jack fail to subdue the creature, it would almost certainly be, along with the rest of your appetizing island. It could eat us as easily as Slayer. Oh, he won't fail. If anything does go wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow him out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I trust you. I have no objections to my joining you as well. Demise, thank you for the 3-month sub, man. Sorry I've been inconsistent, but yeah, work has been a thing. But it's been cleared up now, so it should be good going forward. I think you're my first 3-month sub. Not at all. The more the merrier. Right then, it seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do with the Enterprises to be ready for our fishing trip. While the two of you need me to find some bait, not just any island mine, I want a mouthful at most. You're a medical leave from work? Nice. Not nice, I mean, it probably sucks. We're actually, my gym is going through a remodel in another 7 days, another week. And initially they're like, all right, we're going to make you go to another gym and work there. And then they decided, you know what, again, to their credit, like, you guys don't really get barely any vacation time. We're just going to let you take 10 days off. So I'm going to take 10 days off, and my goal is to get as close as I can to finishing Final Fantasy. Because I've been going very slow and losing track of the story, and I want to not do that. Because if I can get up to like maintenance mode of Final Fantasy, that is in my spare time, probably level an alt, like see the new patch stuff, try a lot of the systems I haven't engaged with. I think that'd be really cool, because then I can also play some other games too. So, with that 10-day quote-unquote vacation, that's what I'm going to do. It is easy to go slow, and I have a problem of not being dedicated to one thing. Like, I need to just go Warrior and Bard going forward. Dragoon, I'm going to give up. Because it's too similar to Warrior in terms of rotation, whereas Bard is very different. Game volume is loud compared to my voice. Okay, I can turn the mic up. Actually, no, I can't. I can turn... Let's see here. I can turn this down. Alright, I turn desktop audio down a bit. Let me know if that works. Well, you heard Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. You're 700 hours in and almost at the end of Stormblood. Jesus. See, I do want a second character because I think some jobs kind of look silly for a Rogadin, and a lot of the glamour looks much better on a female character, let's be honest. So I am going to love an alt, even though you don't have to in this game, just for the glamours. Because that's a real endgame, right? By way of a first step, I propose we speak with Chief Sonium. Good morning, Astrid. The Zindu are as concerned by the Bismarck's behavior as they have given us to believe. They may well be supportive of our efforts to slay him. And let me know if the game volume is better compared to my voice. Okay, we have to do these. Because these give us ether currents. Netherling's coming as fortuitous as late-season rains. Gana Vanu and Guna Vanu's family faces desperate times. His brother verges on failing Zundu's rite of passage. Again. All Vanu and OK Zundu must undergo a rite of passage for respect of others in tribe, otherwise no better than Neston. Brother fails trial 7 times. Must try for the 8th time soon. 8 times! No Vanu ever fails 8 times. If brother fails again, gales of laughter from others in tribe, shame family until day's sun and sky no longer burns. Guna Vanu sees Netherling help others like wind which brings seeds to bloom. And Guna Vanu would ask for his help as well. Rite of passage rules very strict, but Guna Vanu has plan. Rules forbid aid from other members of tribe, but say nothing of Netherlings. Help my brother and quell impending storm of duration our family faces. Brother's name is Gunu Vanu, and he roosts... Guna Vanu knows not where. Brother's temperament changes faster than breeze in autumn. Ask other Vanu and seek him out, or Gunu Vanu stays nesting forever. I sort of know what he's about. My other goal during my 10-day vacation is to finish my 40k army, which has been very, very slow. I like converting 40k models, but painting takes me a long time. Netherling seeks out Gunu Vanu. He is skilled at 2 things, finding shade for napping and running away when Chief gives work. Newborn hatchling works harder than him. Oh, you also have a quest for me. Ganu Valley cannot escape unending thunderstorms of buzzing bugs and desires sleep more than rain during summer drought. Ganu Valley has idea to soothe bugs droning but delirious from exhaustion. Netherling goes in Ganu Valley's stead. To east lies Gurgle Grass, these names, which devours bugs as Vanu hatchlings feast on Wamor Kampa meat. Netherling brings Ganu Valley 3, and Storm in Ears recedes to dull drizzle. Sort of know what he said. Yeah, I have a problem with painting in 40k because I think some people can relate to this. I'm a perfectionist without having skill in something. So, like, I'm not a great painter. But if my models don't look perfect, I get upset. Which is a very dumb way to be. It's like, I play instruments, and I'm instantly annoyed when I play guitar or piano that I can't play something instantly and have to practice it. Something I'm trying to work on. Gunu Vanu never where he should be. While other Vanu work, Gunu Vanu soars like Griffin in his dreams. Gunu Vanu not see him since sunrise. Netherling finds Gunu Vanu easily. Look under every tree and village. Gunu Vanu follows shade... a sunset follows sunrise. Say to Gunu Vanu, wake up, and Netherling come to know true meaning of panic. Okay. But I'm glad I'm, getting into 40k now, because it is exploding in popularity. There are games to play everywhere. If you look at Games Workshop stock, it is soaring. And not just because of the video games. the Traumatame is upon us. The White Feast and the Vundu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, Chief Sonu. This creature which torments you is not the deity who raised up the floating isles and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of the beliefs given form by the Vundu, a false savior who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. It need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Boats against the tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Trematine can turn to the Ponent? Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zindu scouts what manner of island you require. They will guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come, Jack. Let's see how Sid's preparations are progressing. Okay, I need to do that. Where is that? Oh, it sounds like we're... Okay, we can do that on the way. They've been very nice about these Ether Current quests. They're usually on the way of your main quest anyway. I've got one here and over here. Yeah, if you guys have no idea what, like, the 40k tabletop is and how it plays, there's a really good channel called War Games Live. The guy's name is Joe. He's awesome. He's a retired teacher, and all he does is drive around in an RV to different game stores and cast Warhammer games. It's really cool, and he's very good at it. But it give you an idea of what the game's like. Gunuvana rests eyes, thinks of great offering to Elder Shaman. So much work, so sleepy. Shade not big enough for such a great nestling. Oh. Oh, we gotta say, wake up. Okay, there we go. Oh, we still have a bot. Apparently, Twitch finally cracked down like crazy on bots, but we still have some. Ah, Gunuvanu awake. Yes, he is. Gunuvanu works hard. A Netherling? No wings, fleshy beak. Not Vanu, certainly. Netherlings should not sneak up on Vanu that slumbers. Claws cut sharper than a fear scale. What? Gunuvanu's brother sends a Netherling to help with rite of passage. Gunuvanu passes rights and is no longer a nestling. Heaven shine on Gunuvanu this day. Warrior failing 8 times weighs heavy on heart. But now with the Netherling's help, Gunuvanu casts off weight and soars higher than any in OK Zundu imagines. He did it. They really had to crack down on Viewbot, though. It was getting insane. And yeah, you think, well, who cares? Because it's fake. Like, it's not. They're not going to last if they're not getting real viewers, and that's true. But also, it really messes with advertisers, and this model only succeeds because advertisers are willing to pay X amount for X amount of viewers. And if they can't trust those viewers are real, it just sucks for all the legitimate content creators because they all of a sudden get scaled down. So, even though it hurt them, really, because they lost like 30% viewership, even though quote-unquote viewership was all bots, but they had to do it. Keep forgetting I have a 4th combo now. Looks like we're going. Should I? I'm gonna go grab that quest first. This looks like we're going somewhere. There are some games I really want to play, though. Some JRPGs. The Dragon Warrior remake looks really, really cool. I played the original Dragon Warrior on NES way back in the day, and that would be cool to revisit that in a modern way. Also, Sea of Stars. And there's one other I own that I don't remember the name of that I want to play. We're gathering Gurgle Grass. Also, Legend of Grimrock, I picked that game up. That's a throwback to the old dungeon crawlers, like room by room, going around like maps that kind of look like the OG Doom, except you can only go cardinal directions. But it was made like 6 years ago. Apparently it's really good. It's a great spiritual successor. And I'm casually leveling in World of Warcraft as well. Because the Burning Crusade is the best expansion gameplay-wise, in my opinion, for that game. And we can go back there to do it. Just do that. And that's not coming out till January or something. So, we're casually leveling in Classic WoW, just having a little bit of fun here and there. And then that turns into a once-a-week game, so I can play that with friends. Have I seen Mortal Sin? I have not. Sleeping is nice, make Gonu Valley's mind maelstrom or fog. Does Netherling bring plants Gunu Vano seeks? I think we're abetting a drug addict here. Netherlings bring rest at last. Gunu Valley's troubles become sustenance for Gurgle Grass. And Big Wheel of Nature turns without hindrance. Is it a JRPG? Look at it. Oh. It looks like a combination of like Hexen and Doom. If you ever played Hexen. I know there's a remaster of Hexen and the other one that's like Hexen that I forget the name of. Okay. Yeah, that looks really cool. That could be a good game to play alongside this when I have my vacation, because it's very different. Going from very heavily story-based to hack and slash. That could be fun. And I really liked Hexen back in the day. That is not Legends of Grimrock. Grimrock is the... You click go north, and you go north, and you see that room. And you click turn east, and you turn east. And whatever's there is there. Which, I guess, if you haven't played a game like that or you're younger, maybe seems boring, but to me it seems really fun. Alright, we did our Ether Current quest, we're ready to go. Our Asgardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunition, and have taken the liberty of procuring a magic field generator as well. Rest assured, we've chains to spare. Every link forged by the manufacturer's master craftsmen. If you have any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that the Vanu Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. And all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who actually be doing the fighting. Jack, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. Oh, this looks like an instance. Probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit, but I can't help but being excited all the same. So tell me, Jack, are you ready to hunt the white whale? Captain Ahab. After you then, Jack. All aboard. The Limitless Blue. Probably want to tank this, because the queue is going to be long. Yeah, sure. Are you on... friend list. Oh, yeah, you're here. Cool. Oh, I might just do it in my... I think my Bard is too low level. I invited you. Okay, yeah, you're good. I want to see if my Bard is too low level, because I like doing these fights on range, because you can see everything. It's fun. Oh my goodness. My glamour got messed up by my fabulous jacket. Yeah, I'm too low level. Darn. I'll take it then. Hopefully I remember how to play my warrior. So we got... So that's damage buff. We go here. We throw a crit on. We do crit. Alright, that's our opener. Big crits. Warrior is fun. You're good, man. I had to remember how to play a warrior. I like doing these fights as a tank. There we go. So it's a 2-tank thing. Not gonna lie, I tried to steal aggro right in the beginning. Because to be fair, the easier job is tanking the actual boss. If there's any ads, someone who knows the fight should probably be doing that versus just getting hit by the boss. Alright, we got... This is my oh shit moment. Heal. That's 30%, 20%. Yeah. So yeah, I try to tank the boss because it is easier. Come on, DPS. If you're playing this solo, it does help to have a tank or a healer as an option. So these queues are fast. Or you can just do the NPCs too. I haven't done that much because there isn't any like story there and I'd rather play with players, but I heard in the new expansion you run it with like Alphino and them, and they actually like have some dialogue and you can upgrade them and stuff, which I'm going to do that when I get there. But right now it's just kind of nameless people. Oh, they don't use AoE attacks. Okay. That's pretty slow. Nice music. Cool stage, too. So from what I gathered, we're fighting Bismarck because he has been corrupted or taken over or something in this incarnation. So we need to send him back to the Nether Realm so he can reform, or something like that. How did we tank that thing? This is insane. both went for the same one. Big opener. These effects are kind of crazy with a full party, but I don't want to turn them down. They're cool. This fight's really cool. Kill the chitin! I think I taunted the chitin. Good job, mate. Alright, I don't know where the other tank is. Larix. Making sure we're on opposite sides. Tanks going. Do these have shared health pools? It looks like it. Self-healing's doing its job. Alright. Nice work, y'all. My outfit does match the background. I look pretty good. Jesus! Oh, Sid's talking the whole time. Alright, I got these dudes, got that one. I'll be defensive just in case. Just taunted a bubble. Really cool music, by the way. Your AoE heal looks really cool. What class are you right now? Oh no! RIP. Was that supposed to be a shared? Because I didn't see an indicator. This kind of reminds me of Deathwing in WoW. Fighting his back, basically. That was it. So he popped a pimple on his back, and that took care of the problem. Sure. fun a fantasy game. You always need crystals. Hydaelyn?
Hydaelyn, all made. Darkness, light to none. Harker. Receiver, blessing, small.
Awfully cryptic. Ascian music is kind of trolly at this point.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, Warrior of Light? Ah, how much you
Oh, were you blasting the music during the fight?
Far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
Sage, okay.
He has what we seek.
Wait, Sage is like the high-tech, like, machine healer, right?
That he does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Allag. I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
I just remember a lot of lasers, and it seeming high-techy.
My thanks to you, Ascian. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck.
Foiled again. If I could get his outfit, I'd play White Mage.
Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare.
Where's Sid? And Alphino.
By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
So we're gonna go to heaven. That's the name of the expansion, makes sense. Looks decidedly more hellish. And back to the fun music. Forgive me, Jack. Had I known what was happening, maybe Appa could have done something to stop them. Where'd you go, by the way, when all this was happening? And now for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. I accidentally clicked through a box there. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations. Wind up, Sid. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu Vanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zundu, at least, should be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Zonu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides.
Wait, something is amiss.
Not the Vanu. Hell no. I'm gonna kill all of them. Empire just can't help themselves.
And they have already secured the area.
A new Power Ranger.
Reveal yourselves at once.
I don't mind the Empire because they're obviously not good, but they have a point. They're not just evil for being evil.
And there I was expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardian's responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Oh, it's the first time we see this guy in person. Sephiroth, I mean...
Just as Warrior observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
How is that helmet staying on his head?
The Warrior of Light? He who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Aziz's Lar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Door.
Very true.
You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to here. If this requires the extermination of certain elements...
The end justifies the means.
So be it.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Oh, don't kill the Vanu Vanu.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Sid.
Take cover!
Or not. Lucia coming in clutch.
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
Good lord. That is huge.
We shall meet again, warrior of light. On that you have my word.
Ninja vanish?
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizla. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varus Zos Galvus in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the centurion spoke. Forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for such idle speculation. Pray return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have ran afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. Cool. Back over there. I think we have the fast mount speed now. That occurs when you get to a certain part of the story. It slows you down until you do. Can't fly yet. Thank the 12 you're alive, Jack. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alphino. What the seven hells happened up there? Met the Emperor. It was cool. First, the Archbishop turns up with an Ascian in tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit? What is this, a procession of noble bastards? Who's next, the Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate? Yeah, I'm with him. So no one so notable, Master Garland. I'm happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sonu sends his warmest regards, Jack. There was much talk of westerly winds. Sweet. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire, for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, OK Zundu would have already been leveled. Plainly, Varus is only interested in reaching Azizla. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to do the chase, the Enterprise is as well. Shall we? For some reason, that reminds me of Indiana Jones 2. Kalima, Azizla. Very similar. At least in my head. Thus, you wonder Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Azazla lies in that direction, we'll find it. Sounds great. The Soleil may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them. You'll see. It did have a giant head start. Oh, if you're gonna read a very good steampunk series with airships,
I don't think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again.
Cinder Spires,
Least of all
Jim
under
Butcher.
these circumstances.
Amazing.
My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Oh no. Oh, so
that
Sid.
explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sasjunius? The Tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Ah, full circle.
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich. It was his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him. But I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons.
He is a good-looking man. He's got that voice.
He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. It is your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Yeah, Alphino.
My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
I forgot Biggs was Cockney.
Clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizla should be.
Hold on, everyone.
Going to heaven. The air has to be very thin up here.
Look! I think that's it. Chief, is that Allagan? Aye. There's no mistake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it does look like the raid we did in Crystal Tower.
was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Cid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
The Allagans were from the Astral era. So they're in like the Renaissance, we're in basically the Dark Ages. So they made lots of really cool stuff, and technology's kind of stalled where we are. That's how this world works with the Astral and Umbral eras. Can we barely finish repairing the damage incurred from our skyfishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. We can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. Makes sense. Assuming Cid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Azizla. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, then we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive. He shall show you in. What's that?
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I happen to know the location of another key.
I see. If we are to join them, we
I
will
suspect
first need
that's
to
coming.
pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
I know of another key, but it must take us to this place I do not want to go.
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental
Oh, maybe not.
converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the
Small
field, I
issue.
reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening,
I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited
How
ramblings
fortuitous.
correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Mission accepted. Whole time all this has been going on, Tataru serving drinks. Welcome back, Jack. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? You missed a lot while you were working as a waitress. So you finally arrived at Azizla, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Jack. We'll get to Azizla yet. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Terrapin to have the tunnels searched. Logical place to look. I was there when you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Y'shtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message, Pippin's the man, just said there had been a discovery and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not to think what it might be. We shall depart at once, Tataru. Let Urianger know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Back to Ul'dah. What I like about this game is it doesn't forget earlier places. WoW has a tendency to just forget everything that came before every expansion. Which isn't the best. It doesn't feel as much of a world when you do that. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Terrapin. You saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me for my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery. Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Y'shtola's wand! I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. "'Tis I did surmise, judging by the aetheric imprint on that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely? The very first man did conceive to traverse great distances. The very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the lifestream, a flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent ether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would be set adrift in the lifestream, never to emerge. I have a theory that I think a lot of people do about Star Trek, is whenever they use the teleporters, they just die. What makes more sense? That their molecules are transported through space, through everything, and reassembled as the same person? Or they just have replicators that remake them, because replicators are a thing in the world. So they're not the same person. They die every time. Think about it. What? No, you can't mean... Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Ishtola's passage hath left traces in the lifestream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Silda excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Ishtola's safe return. Put our helmet back on. We're outside. Now we can fly. Evidence of Istola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhaps some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. Swap glasses. A trail leadeth to the north and east, and to the bottom and bosom of the Twelves Wood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Istola journeyed. And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. You must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the lifestream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of the maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, never to be reformed. We have no time to waste. Urianger, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Jack, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seedseer's aid. Alright, with that, I gotta get ready for work. Got lots on today, though. We finally fought Bismarck. And I have a feeling that the end of the expansion is Azizla. But there's also lots of post-expansion content. Just like A Realm Reborn, I think there's a lot of patches we get to play through after the main story's done. We are going to bed. Got our nice pajamas. Should take our slippers off. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll be back probably a little bit earlier tomorrow morning. We started at 10 this morning. Probably more like 9 Central Time, so we can get some more done. But thank you all for watching, and have a great day. Demise, thanks you for the resub. And thank you to everyone.